Hello, Pistons fans. David Mayo from MLive here. No, I won't be getting out the powder puff, but we're here to talk today about Pistons preseason training camp projections. Today, specifically talking about point guards. Pistons have 4 of them. There's no position where they've been more fiscally impacted within the last year, and will continue to be over the next year like they are at point guard. They have almost 1/3 of their payroll invested in their 4 point guards, and more than 1/3 if you excise out the players they're paying who won't be playing for them next year, including a Josh Smith, Aaron Gray, and at least 2 players who will be in training camp this year. A lot of the investment obviously is 5 years and $80 million in Reggie Jackson. He has to be the man. They know what they expect of him. They expect him to be a tremendous pick-and-roll point guard, a playmaker, a guy who gets them out in offense. If he continues to make shots like he did after the Pistons got him last year and play some defense, he and Andre Drummond have a chance to be all-stars together. And if they aren't all-star candidates, then the design didn't work out the way the Pistons wanted. The key is Brandon Jennings when he gets healthy. Obviously, he had an Achilles injury that ended his season last year on January 24th. He's also in a contract year, so as much as the Pistons want to get him healthy and try to get him in a position where they can help him this year, it's a long-term thing for Brandon. It's a career thing. Stan Van Gundy and Bauer have been guys who have not been anxious to take on albatross contracts in trades, but the reality is that Jennings would be a valuable piece in the trade market if he gets healthy come February. They maybe the Pistons prefer to take that $8 million into free agency next year because they don't want to take on a bad contract. But the Jennings situation is something people will be watching all year. The possibility of the Jennings and Jackson dynamic playing together is really alluring, even though it may be a little bit iffy because you'd be first you'd have to get Jennings healthy. Second, you'd have to put him on the ball and probably take Jackson off of it at a time that you've committed Jackson to be your point guard of the future. So I don't know how much realistically we'll see of it. It's a delicate thing with Jennings. Pistons fans saw it with the Jonas Jerebko injury. Michigan State fans might remember when it happened to Kalen Lucas, the point guard of a few years ago. It's a weekend warrior type injury that doesn't typically happen to a young guy like Jennings, but it makes for a difficult recovery mentally. Getting mind and body back together at the same time is going to be a challenge for him, as well as recovering from any lost explosiveness. So even if Jennings does come back healthy, between October and December, the Pistons have 33 games to consider. And who is the backup point guard? Is it Steve Blake or is it Spencer Dinwiddie? Blake is a veteran guy people will recall as a national championship point guard in college at the University of Maryland. Pistons fans will recall he was the player whose shot Andre Drummond was trying to block when Drummond hurt his back in his rookie year. And you know what Blake will give you. He's a veteran presence. He's 35 years old. He's kind of what the Pistons needed at a time when they have uncertainty with their other backup point guard, the second-year guy Dinwiddie. This is the year of Spencer Dinwiddie as far as backup point guard at the Pistons goes. He needs to develop kind of the businessman backup point guard mentality, get really serious about the game his second year. He's seen it now as a rookie. He needs to be Cliff Paul, not Chris Paul. He needs to be the briefcase guy every day. He needs to shoot. He can run the offense. Dinwiddie can run the offense. He needs to shoot more efficiently, and he needs to pick up his pace. Needs to improve his pace. But as long as he can shoot the ball a little bit and keep defenders from ducking under the pick and roll, the Pistons have some confidence that his length and his ability to run the offense is there. If he can't do that and make shots when guys are sagging off of him, it takes away the roller. It takes away his driving lanes. He's already had some problems getting to the basket, and it allows defenders to force him to hit shots that he can't make. So it's an incumbent on him, if he's going to be an NBA player, to not be a great scorer, but an efficient shooter when he's given opportunities. And he'll be given every chance to show that he can step up and be the second point guard on this team this year. Meantime, since it's Sunday, I'll leave you with this thought. Go Pack.